go to Lake Navasha. There are a lot of horticultural companies. We visit vegetable companies, we visit flower companies, and they're both very important. In the first place for food security in Kenya, but also for doing export. And a lot of the produce is going to the Netherlands. So it's really a strong partnership between the two countries. And yes, I'm also looking, well, we will discuss that the Dutch can help Kenya with improving the quality of the inputs, the seeds, water management on the farms. By doing that, we can really improve the productivity on the nurseries here in Kenya. And this morning we discussed also that food losses on the farm are still sometimes 50%. So that needs to be improved to solve a lot of issues. And in the last place, a lot of companies here at Fable are doing a lot on technology. And we are really convinced that the youth and all the companies will introduce lots of new technologies to improve the value. Also to improve traceability and also make it more fun for the youth to work in the company. So I'm enjoying it and I'm very positive.
Thank you, Anneke. That sounds very inspiring. And I would now like to get to the stage Mr. Rick Emmelendorp. He is a track leader for water management. And of course, the Netherlands is well known for its strength in water management and the water sector. So what do you see as the opportunities for the Netherlands water sector in Kenya?
Well, thanks Thomas, and thank you, Your Majesties and all esteemed guests for being here. Some context as well. My name is Rick Elmendorp and I'm Director in charge of the Netherlands Water Partnership. And the Netherlands Water Partnership represents the Dutch water sector worldwide. And I see many opportunities, actually, many mutual opportunities for the Netherlands and Kenya. And yesterday during the mission, we spoke about competitive advantage as well as innovations in the Dutch water sector, as the integral approach of the Dutch water sector, sustainable solutions, circular solutions, and nature-based solutions. And I think that what is key here in all these solutions is collaboration between countries, collaboration between public and private, collaboration cross-sectorally as well with the agriculture sector as well. And there's momentum. P.S. Abu Bakr just mentioned as well that there is a national plan on water and sanitation as well, creating momentum for PPP, so the public-private partnerships, to take off. And this mission creates momentum as well. But then still, in the conversations we've had so far, it's not easy. We need an enabling environment. We need all these different parts of the sector collaborating to actually get projects going, to get programs running, and to make an impact and to scale up, because scaling up is difficult. But still, if you look at all this, I have, well, actually a list of opportunities, but I will keep it quite short. I wrote some down, and you can always reach me afterwards for opportunities. Let's see. All right. Yeah, we have affordable and portable water solutions, which is key here, and of course Nazava is working on it together with TU Delft, also part of the mission. Kifwa with Pure Fresh, of course. Hydrex, where we were this morning, also really inspiring to see. There are sanitation projects, and especially with waste to value. And waste to value, of course, Royal Haskoning and DHV is working there, and Taurus is also working in that field, waste to energy. Then we have water harvesting, storage, and groundwater resilience. And there, of course, LG Sonic is busy with water quality around dams. We have Acacia Water, Royal Ecokamp in the mission. And tomorrow we go to Sponge City Nakuru. And at Sponge City Nakuru, RVO is involved with Water as Leverage, Invest International is involved, Kifwa is involved as well. And of course, VEI and TU Delft as well, and other Dutch organizations also. And then we have flood protection, because of course there's been flooding last year in Nairobi and Nakuru County, and of course in Limburg there have also been floodings. Within the mission we have HKV or HKV and Royal Hospital DHV working in that field. We have with emergency response we have WaveSafe and Royal Cross, Red Cross as well. We have non-revenue water, where several of the mission participants are working, such as VAI, World Water Net, also TU Delft and RHDSV training as well. That's something that goes throughout all these different topics. And then we have Water and Agro, where Dorcas is active, SNV. And yesterday also mentioned, which was not in the program, but they mentioned the port of Mombasa, and Rotterdam and the port of Mombasa is working together, and also Van Oort, who's also part of the mission, but not here now, because they are in Mombasa to discuss business. So, and there are more opportunities, and feel free to contact me afterwards. And this day is still not coming to an end. This mission is still ongoing, and of course this mission is just the start of new and future collaborations. So, thank you.
Well, thank you, Rick. And if this is just a short version of the opportunities, then I think we will have very huge opportunities for Dutch businesses here in Kenya. Also, thanks, Anneke, for your feedback. So I think it's now time to close this session. We also had a discussion with also multinational companies, but also SMEs. So I think that's also important to stress that there are also a lot of SME companies at this mission also. And we work also closely together with them. And I think now it's time to ask the delegation to come to the stage and your Majesties to take a photo if that's possible, or not, Deb? Oh, sorry.
Your Majesties, very welcome. Privileged to have you here. We would like to now take a photo opportunity. I'm told everybody should remain seated because we have a ladder. It's behind here. Yes. So can the photographer that will take the picture come on this stage with the ladder so that we can capture all of you? You may be seated. I hope this goes well. Oh yeah. Yes, all good? Joining this seminar. Who can I hand over to? It's all right. We close it. Thank you all very much for attending this seminar, and have a great afternoon.
Jackie, buenos días.
In English or in Dutch? You're from your origin?
De flauwindustrie, Bert is een jonge tuinder met zijn aantal jaar geleden.
Wanaongea bado. Tumalize tuna observe. Najua kuna sasa nikienda huko kuna kitu so na observe. Karibia pale mbele kwa kambi.
Ja? Nou ja, Roze van Arie.
Nitakwenda huko nazunguka na nyuma. Pia huyo nafasi.
Deel van in Kenia zijn er misschien wel 1000 hectare. Er is geen kerststerren meer, er zijn geen granen meer, geen gezonte meer. Dat is Kenia is gestopt. Dat is weer
Er is inderdaad een moment dat deze bloemen rijzen en dat kost energie, maar daarbij bij onze kassen niet te verwarmen. Wij maken gebruik van goede tilttechniek. Wij zetten ontzettend veel over het Midden-Oosten, maar er gaat nog steeds heel veel naar de Nederlandse bloemenveiling. Via de veiling en dan door naar andere landen. Maar wat niet groot deel direct op het Midden-Oosten, omdat het niet logisch zou zijn om dat eerst te terug naar het Midden-Oosten. Maar het wordt allemaal gewoon verhandeld via Nederland en
Maar de handel gaat nog wel.
ja, de handel wordt gefaciliteerd vanuit Nederland. De overrekeningen worden vaak vanuit Nederland verdeeld.
Daar zijn die, ja, dat is wel mooi dat dat hier komt.
Dat is ook beter voor het milieu.
Arie wil wat zeggen over zorgen van de logistiek.
Juist. Dus wij hebben een rozenpeek in Nederland en we hebben een rozenpeek in Kenia. Sorry. Dus
Dus ooit wel eens 900 kwekerijen, dat zijn er natuurlijk maar 7. En vanuit Kenia is het enorm gestegen. Er zijn denk ik een tiental Nederlandse kwekerijen in Kenia. Gaat ook veel naar supermarkten. Dus Albert Heijn staat in roze rozen. Dus retail rozen worden ook veel in Kenia geteeld. En die gaan van oudsher nog steeds veel met het vliegtuig. We waren op de goede weg met alleen al vanwege het klimaat. Ecuador zeker. Fantastische mensen. Kenia is natuurlijk heel intensief in het stuk.
Ja, ja.
Wanasiparitia fakina nenda hivi. Then hivi na hivi watakutania. Sijui.
Ushuka huko na kama mdela ukaexplainiwa na watu wako mambo vitu wanafanya hizo hata si katawezi pale katawezi juu alipomunga na sasa yatira mgona kage zina story nasikia watarudi sasa ndio watarudi wapi pale for 45 minutes wapi ukueleza kwa hiyo hot si ile malitu hiyo ingine huko kwingine huko zingine hata wale wazee tumekuja nao wamekaziwa kwenda
Sorry, we totally forgot to introduce you to our very enthusiastic flower people over there. Very nice to meet you. Hello, very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Minister, please introduce to you as well.
So Gearbus Europlacer is an example of advanced manufacturing here in Africa. What we do is we contract manufacture for circuits. So like this, for example, is a water dispensing circuit.
But for which industry? Or any
industry
that needs
whoever comes to us, exactly. And so it's a joint venture between ourselves and a European firm called Europlacer.
Yeah.
And in essence, currently about 70% of our revenue is from companies within Japan, in Europe, in North America. But in terms of numbers, about 90% of our customers are Kenyan. Young innovators who have all kinds of innovations. For example, soil quality monitoring, so ways in which you can just poke some prongs into the ground and find out what are the minerals in the ground and things like that. To, as I said, the water dispensing and so on, and various others. There's a company called Raspberry Pi out of the UK.
And where do you source your chips and your other?
In the global market, mostly from China, from Europe, from the USA. Yeah, so we do the manufacturing here, and we're looking to see how we can now promote more where water provision is concerned, where agricultural, like the fourth industrial revolution, make sure that we use data, collect data, and process data for decision making. And that now is possible locally instead of having to import the solutions.
And you have enough local knowledge-based people that really have the knowledge to make this succeed.
Yes. And our company came out of the University of Nairobi.
Okay.
We began there, and we're still very strongly linked to the university. So that means when somebody comes with a specific problem that we can't immediately solve, we can go back to the university community, do the R&D that's necessary, and get this.
That's great.
This fellow. Thank you, man.
You didn't lose your name. Don't worry.
Thank you as well.
Thank you very much.
Jan van Schaap, Carnelessen, we're working on digital transformation of supply chains and logistics, where we provide end-to-end solutions from Kenya to the WhatsApp, and then to use blockchain is important, where we sign basically every action, every move of handover, and we also provide real-time info, customs declarations, documents.
And do you also do insurance on this blockchain? And in essence, it should be totally safe.
It's good. I mean, we make it transparent indeed, and if there's an issue, we can point soon who did it, so you can have a insurance.
But you don't use it. We also provided this and we Oh, yeah, okay. Wonderful. Thank you very much. See you here. Yeah.
Wacha niweke.
Local market.
enjoy the moment. We saw you standing up there. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. Okay, the minister. Yes, sorry, the minister.
Minister's doing business.
Please. Mark.
Nice to meet
you. Majesty, my name is Michelle Sandu, and it's a pleasure to introduce you to Spark, a Dutch social enterprise that designs, manufactures modular solar home systems. And we do this ideally to bridge the gap of access to energy to the 300 million people living off-grid in sub-Saharan. And we do understand that access to finance is a major challenge. So our products come with a pay-as-you-go enabled technology that enables our customers to pay for their products in installments. And for them, this is more than just access to energy because it gives them the room to build their credit history.
But how do you finance it then? Is it,
Okay, so ideally we partner with B2B business models.
Yeah.
So we facilitate inventory financing through support with the Dutch government, with partners such as Atradius, and we provide inventory financing to our distributors to be able to scale their businesses.
And how does it work exactly?
Great. So it's pretty much solar operated.
Yep.
And it has an interactive screen. And this is a battery, and we have the lights, just like you can see here. And the good thing with the Spark products is that they're modular. So depending on what customers are looking for, they can power different appliances, TVs, fans, hair clippers, torches, etc. So they're able to. Yes.
Also very important, of course.
Yeah. So you have your phone charging ports here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're pretty able to get sufficient power to add on appliances. Yeah.
You can stack them.
Yeah, just like we've seen there. So you're able to stack batteries depending on what output you're looking for.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what does an average household in off-the-grid use in Kenya, for instance?
So we're looking at about a normal 3-light system. So you have 3 of these, 1 battery pack. You have a phone charging cable. We provide all the wire clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all is in the box.
Also the solar is in
The
there.
solar panel.
Solar panel in there.
Battery and lights, phone charging, radio, and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I can take it. Thank you. Yes. Your Majesty, thank you for coming here. I don't know if the mic is working, but we can understand that's perfectly fine. I'm the operations manager of Hydrobox. We address the challenge of limited electricity supply in Kenya, in rural areas mainly. So what we do is we build hydropower stations, hybrid hydropower stations, with a run-of-river solution. So I just brought a picture to make it easier to have a look at. Yeah, so what we actually do is we supply affordable and reliable power to large businesses like hospitals, smaller businesses like mills, and many households in the community. So this is our structure. We take a little bit of the water from a river. This one is in Muranga region. It's called the Gitugu Power Station. So we take a bit of water off, go through our canal, descend there, and then we have a fence because there's a height of about 30 meters difference. Mm-hmm. So the water flows down and through our power stations and then back into the river. So we have a limited on the environment, I would say. Mm-hmm. So just to give you an understanding, our anchor customers, so that's our challenge mainly, is to get funding, is because, a hydropower station is not for free. Building it is not for free. So we have a business model with the proven technology, and then with our anchor businesses, smaller businesses and households, they take off 24/7 of our electricity, and which means that we have a constant revenue stream from this part, where we can, and then we can supply the smaller ones as well. I'm not in it alone. So Use the microphone again. We do have Tuko Pamoja as our core value, which is we do it together. And we are constantly growing, as you can see, many more adding to the team.
And the anchor consumer use,
Yeah.
These are local companies? Entities, who would that be?
No, it's all local companies.
Yeah.
So think of big tea farms, big tea factories, dairy farms, large dairy farms who produce a lot of like dairy products.
So these are actually companies that would have already taken electricity off the grid at that moment?
Companies, yes, because they can't.
Otherwise they wouldn't be there in that location.
Exactly. But we, because the river runs 24/7, we can supply them 24/7. So that's reliable and we can add power to the grid. Now we have our own grid, we build our own grids, but we can add it to, for example, existing grids later on as well. Yeah, so that's a big change that we are going through. Yeah.
How much is one investment, for instance, this one?
The investment?
Yeah.
This is about $4 million.
US dollars?
Yeah.
For you $4 million?
Yeah. Yeah, shilling would be better, but unfortunately, no, that's not the case. Yeah. Yeah, we have 4 like this. It's small run-off river, so they're not too big. They're not taking too much consumption off the river. Because you see, this is like a length of 400 meters. There's a lot of farms, tea farms, crops, which are growing here. So what we do is once we've constructed everything, we give it back to the community. So if you walk down here, there's maize growing and other crops. Yeah.
Directly from the channel they irrigate.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Nice to meet you. Hello. Okay, my name is Florence Wangui. I'm the finance director at Sistema Bio. At Sistema Bio, we are an enterprise and we work with smallholder farmers all over the world to offer them with a biodigester technology. This is just a demo unit that uses the organic waste available at the farm to produce biogas and biofertilizer. The product do support them to improve their farm production and also the efficiency, as well reduce their carbon footprint. So we usually do support with the farmers to empower them, as well footprint on their side, as well create a sustainable focus more. We also, our work also impacts several SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and the biodigester benefits directly impacts SDG 3, SDG 5, SDG 7, and SDG 13. We've already done 14,000 units in Africa so far, impacted are over 84,000 units, that translating to over 250,000 tons of carbon emissions. We target to do to impact 1.5 million lives in Africa, to 1% global carbon CO2 emissions reductions, and that is doable with partners like SNB from Netherlands and also partners like ABC that are also supporting us on the financing side in terms of making this impact feasible. Exactly.
All right, we had a bit of a flow, but we are happy to rejig it. No, not at all. Exactly. So my name is Diana Geshaga from Private Equity Support, and I'm here with my colleague.
Hello, I'm Keith Wallace of Private Equity Support.
All right, so we are providing financing through what we call the African Biodigester Component Program. The key number to remember here, 11.8 times. That is how much €1 from the Dutch government has been leveraged to provide financing for such initiatives, such as the biodigester, the biofertilizer, and the bioslurries that they will be talking about. So we work with financial institutions to get the sector. We have already 5 institutions, and then we give a very small incentive, hardly 110 euros, and they use that to de-risk by ensuring that they educate their staff, especially the credit team, that need to understand how to evaluate those technical products. So the success of this is we have actually catalyzed over the last 6 months about almost €250,000 euros in loans. And my colleague Keith will finalize from here.
Thank you so much, Diana. I think the thing that we really wanted to showcase was that we were working with the financial institutions here to find out where their pain points were. And rather design a great scheme, we just said, where can we help? How can we use this money, and how can you put it to good effect? And in that way, we started with those that could really get sales out the door, really taking the lead in doing that. Financial institutions that would
Good afternoon. My name is Esther Karethi. I work for Kenya School of Agriculture under the Ministry of Agriculture. I'm here as a mentee of the Netherlands Business Hub mentorship program that has really built me. And the reason why I came on board is I'm making biofertilizers and biopesticides using weeds. Why did I think about making biofertilizers and biopesticides? In Kenya, most of our people are dying out of cancer, and 80% is consumption of foods that are laden with very high agrochemicals. So making these biofertilizers, it's a very, it's a lean startup actually. It's at the very baby step stage. And I say that I'm here to make partnerships, to make networks. Honorable Musalia, if you'd, I would be glad if you'd join me and make my dream a reality so that we can reduce the high consumption of agrochemicals. If we went organic and we have the inputs, the farmers can easily access the organic products and they are able to use them in their farms. Then we'll reduce the vegetables that have pesticides in them. And by the end of the day, you have some illnesses in your body. We want us all to eat healthy, to eat safe, to eat knowing that we are eating food, not chemicals. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Hans. I work with the biofertilizer. So the end result of the biogas, the digestion process, is the slurry. Wij noemen dat digestaat. For the rest, the soils in the Netherlands are quite good. The soils here, they are acids, they are lower nutrients, and they are low in organic matter. So this is an excellent solution. I brought a little bit here. You don't want to see it, but just to show you that the pH is over 8. So this is a really good solution, and we can make it locally.
Rudisha tu kidogo. Pandisha juu kidogo. Pandisha juu kidogo.
I'm Caroline, Skills Medication.
So, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, welcome to Skills Medication. Together with my name is Jan Leeuwen, together with my group of the Skills Medication Africa, which is a part of the group Skills Medication based in the Netherlands. The subject of this meeting is the importance of high quality training of medical personnel, and basically it's about the subject. Basically about life-saving, avoiding mistakes at medical treatments, as well as patient safety. The product. Now, basically, the whole what we're doing is based on problem-based learning. I don't know if you have heard about it, but it has been founded by Maastricht University and Ottawa University in the 80s, and they used mannequins for improvement of the skills of medical staff. On coincidence, our company is founded 30 years ago, so it's right on time. The product, what you see, is not only a product, because it's a chain what we offer. We read the curricula, we look what the people need according to the curricula, we can advise the people what they need, what the best fit is of the product for the curriculum. Then it comes to the sale, of course, we are commercial. That's also important, but then after the sale, the most important part of our company is that we also maintain the products and that we also provide user instructions. So that gives a longer life cycle. You will do it, yes. Okay. This is a birding simulator, and I give the word now to my colleague Rosalind, and she will provide you some information.
Thank you. My name is Rosalind.
One question. So the people this is meant for, they are trained medical staff. They're the nurses that are operating in the villages in Africa. So they are trained staff. General.
No, there's also nursing colleges.
Oh, nursing colleges as well.
Mainly nursing colleges and universities.
So I will talk about the Prompt Flex, which is a midwifery task trainer that has incorporated the technology of augmented reality. So the idea is the students need to be able to appreciate what exactly happens during the birthing process. So they see the internal anatomy. So of course you have the app and your tablet. Then you're able to scan the mannequin and you can see the internal anatomy of the uterus, yeah, and the fetus. Able to appreciate more, and it's also able to improve the learning experience. So that's the Prompt Flex. Thank you. Okay, so here we have the trauma training task trainers. We call him Tim, traumatic amputation of the lower limb. So then basically we are training students on how to apply the tourniquet to which will simulate an arterial bleed. Then the next one is a wearable task trainer, of course an amputated limb still. So if you're having an actor during your simulation experience or your learning experience, they're able to wear it, then you're able to train on how to bandage. Then we have a wearable gunshot bicep wound. Then the actor is able to wear it around their arm. Then you're able to train them on how to control the bleed. Yeah. So I'll hand over this to...
Hi, Your Majesties. So my name is George, and from Skills Medication. This is a high-fidelity mannequin, and we use it specifically for training first responders, lawmakers, that is the police. The military also uses this product. This is a very good product for outdoor, okay? And then it has all the capacities for you to be able to train all the injection sites. The sensory organs are all active. The pulses, you can be able to feel them. You can feel this.
So you can also set an IV or anything in
yes,
this?
You can be able to do that, both bilaterally to the nasal and through the mouth, okay?
You can feel the
yeah.
You can feel the chest as well. Yeah.
And this is purely silicone. Yes. You can feel it's very, very real. Yeah.
No problem with him. He's fine.
And then one of the advantages of this, this mannequin enables you to de-traumatize traumatic situations. Yeah. I'm sure as an individual, if you look at this, if it was real life situation, this would really be tragic. Yeah. Okay? And this allows you to, this mannequin purely control remotely. Okay? And you can be able to even conduct movements for this mannequin. Any activity that you perform on this mannequin is registered as well. And this is one of the cancer skills medication that we have. Thank you.
Fantastic. Amazing. Congratulations.
Any question?
No.
Yeah. And it can bleed. Yeah, it can bleed. It has simulated blood that you can be able to control from this. Thank you very much.
We do it in Kenya, you mean? We have collaboration with Uzima University. There's Mr. Philip we work together with. Also with KMTC. So we're working close together. They are pretty important people, but also North Coast Medical Training College in Mombasa. So we work already since 2 years in Nairobi, but it's growing rapidly at the moment. East Africa, and we're rolling out it in East Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you can develop prosthetics for those post-tumor. You can develop the limbs.
Yes. Yes.
You do that as well.
The limbs. Now, yeah, you can cover the limb. To be honest, it's not really, but it's not limb production. No, it's not included. No, it's only medical training for medical staff.
So we have enough people that can make this. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kata yote. Kata yote.
I was in Holland at 50 years celebration. Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you there. So as COPAT, we've been in Kenya for the last 19 years. So as much as COPAT is 50 years old, or almost 60 now. So in Kenya, we've been here for the last 19 years, primarily serving the flower sector with our biological control solutions, which basically enable the flower farmers to grow with minimal use of chemical pesticides, relying more on the natural solutions. So we offer the products, we offer technical advice and training. So basically, this is a classic example of a Dutch company taking the lead in.
Glasshouses or also open fields?
We do both. Primarily, because that's the kind of primarily contained segment. But yeah, increasingly, as my colleague will also tell you, we are doing that also in open field with smallholder farmers, basically availing the same tools even for an average farmer. Yeah. So, and of course, the industry is organized from the Kenya Flower Council perspective. So I'll introduce Clement, who's the CEO.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Clement Tulezi, CEO Kenya Flower Council. We are a membership organization organizing the flower industry from a private sector perspective, working very closely with government. So growers, exporters, and other value chain actors are members of Kenya Flower Council because it's one place where we organize the with support from government. Apart from that, we are also in the area of standards. You know, certification and sustainability is a major hallmark of the industry. So we try to organize it. Bodies around the world have come together, what we call the Floriculture Sustainability Initiative in Europe. So we all belong to one basket, all the standards in the world, looking at how, how we manage our environment, looking at how we manage our people, the people we work with and the people we work with, the communities where we work. We also look at good agricultural practices and governance. Those are our hallmark. So anyone who doesn't have that certification cannot export into the market. So we ensure that there is sustainability and there is ethical practice within the industry, connecting everyone, grower, exporter, and suppliers, service providers into one place where we can see the industry growing. So we are. The Netherlands is the gateway to Europe. For us, Europe is 70% of everything we grow, we export to Europe. And therefore, Netherlands becomes where we also export to other countries. Over 120 countries across the globe. And we are number 3 producer of cut flowers and ornamentals across the globe, and number 4 exporter of cut flowers. Of course, Netherlands is number 1 because it re-exports. Yeah, but we are here. This is what we are showcasing. So we also look for solutions. Like right now, we are dealing with a challenge we call the false codling moth. It's a pest on our roses. And we've been given a deadline by the European Union to be able to show compliance. And therefore, that is where parts come in, because they are giving us a solution around what we can do to mitigate the challenge that is there, the risk that is there on the forced codling moth. So I just want Bram to talk about parts, what we do.
Thank you, Clement. Bram Tijmans, co-founder of PATS, a tech company from Delft, the Netherlands. And we're helping growers with good insights on how pests are developing inside the greenhouse. So for applying the products of Koppert, for example, it's very important to know what's happening with the pests and when to apply it. And what we do is we build smart sensors looking at airborne pest insects and tell the grower and the advisor, the consultant, what to do when. So, yeah, we have camera systems looking at airspace, kind of, and seeing what goes through it. Identifying the separate different insects, and so also we started a project with the Kenyan Flower Council and their, let's say, their partners, the growers, rose growers that are suffering from this specific moth. It's really a threat to, I think, the industry that they are dealing with. So we are trying to help them out, and the goal is to reduce risks, improve control, and help growers switch to biological control. First, monitoring, and the next step for us is actually eradication of insects with our mechanical bat. So this system tells this drone where the insect is, where the false codling moth is, goes after it like a bat, shreds it.
It really shreds it like as a drone.
Yeah. It's like a chopper.
Is that actually the only way to get after this? There's no way to...
Yeah, killing moth, which is a butterfly that flies at night, is really hard. You can only control the eggs or the caterpillars. But then you're already too late. You want to be earlier, so you want to be preventative. And we're now doing that in flowers mainly. Here in the Netherlands, we're also in vegetables. And you see that if you do something in flowers, vegetable and food production follows closely after. And that's why I gave it over to Jan.
Thank you. Jan Teke Galema. I'm the country manager of Holland Green Tech here in Kenya. Holland Green Tech is a Dutch company. We're based only on the African continent, in 11 African countries. And it's our mission to improve the business case of African growers, vegetable growers mainly. We do that by providing high quality inputs. Think of hybrid seeds, irrigation, fertilizer, greenhouses, the whole package.
But you source them, or you also make them yourself?
So we mainly source them. So we work with Koppert, we work with Rijkswaan, we're a distributor of Rijkswaan in those 11 African countries. But we strongly believe that we can only help the farmers here, the growers, if we build long-term relationships with them. So my team is here in the field, visiting the farmers, helping them, visiting them every time and growing together with them. Because, you can only have impact when you work together. Again, we don't do this alone. We work with multiple companies. And we really think sustainability is also an important factor. So we only work with biological pest control, biological fertilizer, and we really try to help the sector here in Kenya grow.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Zima toa yote.
They get one time to say their pitch, and if then one of the four presenters takes it becomes a bit... I'm late. I'll behave.
hiyo ina nini? Hapo hakuna kamera sio?
and Minister Veldkamp and Blakeman, welcome to the CEO Roundtable, in which I think two ports or gateways to the world meet each other. The Netherlands as gateway to Europe, and Kenya, of course, as gateway to Eastern Africa. And it's an honor to welcome you at the session where we will discuss and explore trade and investment opportunities. My name is Thomas Klosveld. I'm Director of Economic and International Affairs at VNO-NCW, and I have the honor of moderating this roundtable. We have to impress session, and we have a full agenda. There's a lot of topics and a lot of topics, so I will urge you all to keep it short intervention, so that we can have all topics today. So let's start with the roundtable.
Your Majesties, Prime Cabinet Secretary Honorable Mufati, Excellencies, distinguished guests, it's an honor and a pleasure to welcome you to this CDO Roundtable on doing business in Kenya. In short, business is booming. Strong and growing trade and investment relations.
Fanya hivi. Ngoja. Okay, mpatie.
We believe that Kenya is a country of opportunities, and we are here this week to help turn these opportunities into realities. Joining up Dutch businesses and expertise with Kenya's vibrant and growing economy will open the way to an even brighter future for both of us. A future with stronger growth, more jobs, and mutual benefits. Dutch expertise in agriculture, innovation and sustainability aligns closely with Kenya's plans for the future. Your medium-term plan all fit well with what Dutch businesses, investors and knowledge institutions have to offer. But to fully unlock this partnership potential, we also have to be honest about some of the challenges in the business climate. Kenya has made great strides in attracting investments and improving the ease of doing business. For instance, regulations can be streamlined, transparency enhanced, and investment security improved can be addressed, such as VAT refunds and tax policy predictability. This would make a real difference in attracting more investment and encouraging more companies to do business here. That's what today's discussion is about. Not just identifying challenges, but also finding solutions. So I'm the bilateral joint trade committee. We now have a framework in place to do just that. To improve the business environment with actionable reforms and address trade and investment challenges in annual consultations. Because we are in it for the long run, as friends and as partners. So today, I encourage all of you to engage openly, share insights, explore practical ways of how we can strengthen our partnership even further and create an even more dynamic business climate. I wish you a constructive discussion. Thank you.
And I think this is important to the committee where we can. Then I would like to give the floor to Permanent Secretary Abubakar Hassan Abubakar.
Your Majesty the King, Your Majesty the Queen, Your Excellency the Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister, welcome to this CEO's roundtable. This is part of our aftercare program, as in line with our investment retention strategy. With companies which are already active in Kenya to understand what the pain points solution, either through policy, legislation, or administrative. Your Majesty, allow me, with the information, to say 5 points briefly. One is to highlight our one focus is on economic diplomacy, and our objective is our deepen and broaden our investment and trade relations. 2, I want to highlight our message to the Netherlands companies. Our message is that Kenya is set for business, and there are a lot of investor-ready opportunities that are in line with our bottom-up economic transformation agenda that has 5 key pillars: 10 enablers, cross-cutting enablers, and the Kenya Investment Authority will therefore protect in detail those opportunities. The third one is my belief to ask or to invest with us through our public-private partnership. Contact to contracts. I thank you.
And indeed, this model of converting contacts to contracts is, I think, one we have today. Now let's start and give the companies the floor. We have a structure in this roundtable. We have 3 topics of importance of the key investment climate. One is taxation. The Minister has already mentioned a lot of that. The other is customer classification, And the last one is government contracts and government relations. I will shortly introduce these topics and then especially give the companies the floor to make their point. Let me start with taxation. A lot has already been said by the Minister, I think. It's about predictable difference of the VAT. And I leave it to the company to make their insights and experiences. And I would like to give the floor to De Heus.
Thank you. Her Majesty, Honorable Cabinet Secretary, thank you for having us. I'm representing De Heus Animal Nutrition. About a year and a half ago, we decided to invest in Kenya. We're putting up a new animal feed plant. The government was very helpful and also the embassy to get all the waivers for the investment. Thank you for that. But at the moment, we struggle with that. That will be very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. And a huge investment, I think, here in Kenya. Then I would like to give the floor to the Dutch Flower Group.
Good. I think a lot has been said. I'm Jan van Dam, I'm the CEO of the Dutch Flower Group. We import a lot of flowers, a lot of roses from Kenya. We do it already since the 90s, so a long-standing relationship with Kenya, and very happy and very positive. We do see a lot of opportunities. We just opened a bouquet making facility. So instead of flying by sea freight, transporting the stems to Europe and making bouquets over there, we make now the bouquets also in Nairobi. That's really a big step forward, also to brand Indian flowers. I think that's important also going forward. But yes, there's also, of course, that's already said about also VAT issues with buying flowers. There's a lot of VAT refund. Let's put it that way. And also don't forget, we invest a lot, but also air freight, and it's important to keep on investing. But I know the together with our partners, I'm also very grateful for that. So besides Gracias.